Get the compensation you deserve. Assessing your case, reviewing the types of compensation in a personal injury case. If you're contemplating filing a personal injury case due to an injury, an accident at work, or another type of injury, you may be unsure as to how much your claim could be worth. Any money you receive will be known as damages, and the amount you are likely to receive relates to how much money you may have lost through any physical, mental, and monetary suffering. The money could also reflect how much punishment a defendant should receive. Damages paid to someone who has sustained an injury by an individual or a company who has been deemed responsible for the accident. An award is occasionally agreed upon after a negotiation has taken place. A negotiation settlement would typically include a defendant, their attorney or attorneys, and/or their insurance company. On some occasions, damages may be awarded by a jury after a trial has taken place, or by a judge. There are different types of damages that are awarded in personal injury cases. The action or inaction of a plaintiff, the injured person, can also affect the damages. Please see below for more information. Personal injury cases and awarded damages. Known as compensatory, the damages awarded in a personal injury case are used to compensate the plaintiff for any physical, mental, and monetary loss. The notion of the compensation is to replace those losses so that the plaintiff's losses have been made whole. The damages are as a result of the court trying to place a monetary figure on the outcome of the accident. Some damages are easy to assess, such as compensation for medical bills or damage to property. However, some damages such as pain, physical limitations, or suffering are often quite difficult to calculate. Common types of compensatory damages. Emotional distress. This type of damage is typically awarded to compensate someone for any psychological distress they have endured as a result of the accident or injury. Some parts of the United States place emotional distress in the pain and suffering category. Sleep loss, fear, and anxiety are all considered to be psychological impacts. Income. If your income has been affected by an accident or injury, you may be entitled to receive compensation for loss of income, and any money you could have earned in the future had you been injured or involved in an accident. The compensation that you could receive for future loss of income is known as loss of earning capacity. Loss of consortium. This type of compensatory damage refers to the impact that the injury or accident has had on the plaintiff's relationship with their husband/wife/partner. If the plaintiff is no longer able to continue with a sexual relationship, they may be entitled to this award. Some parts of the United States also take into consideration the impact that the injury or accident has had on the parent-child relationship. Occasionally, the family of the individual who has been affected by the injury or accident is awarded compensation. Loss of enjoyment. When an injury or an accident prevents a plaintiff from enjoying their day-to-day pursuits such as exercise, hobbies, and other enjoyable activities, they may be entitled to receive damages. Medical treatment. This type of award typically involves paying for medical care that has been required as a result of an accident or injury. The award is also likely to include the cost of any future medical care that is needed as a result of an accident or injury. Pain and suffering. You may be awarded compensation for any pain or discomfort that you have suffered from since the injury or accident took place. You could also be awarded compensation for any pain or discomfort that you are likely to suffer from in the future, as a result of the accident or injury. Property loss. If items such as vehicles and personal belongings were damaged during or as a result of the injury or accident, you could be eligible for a monetary award that aims to compensate for the value of the items that were damaged. Personal injury cases and punitive damages. In a personal injury case where the defendant's conduct has been found to be extremely careless or shocking, the plaintiff may be awarded punitive damages. These damages are likely to be awarded in addition to any damages award. This type of damage is usually given in an attempt to punish the defendant for their conduct. They are usually made to pay the damage in a bid to deter them from behaving the same way in the future. Some parts of the United States place a cap on the amount of punitive damages that can be awarded. A damages award and the plaintiff's actions or inaction. If a plaintiff had a role in causing the accident, or their inaction caused the accident or injury, the amount of damages they can be awarded may decrease. Comparative negligence: if the plaintiff has been found to be partially or fully at fault for the accident, their award is likely to reflect this. Many states specifically use a comparative negligence standard that combines the degree of fault and the damages. Contributory negligence: in some parts of the United States, contributory negligence is used in a personal injury case. This ultimately means that if the plaintiff is found to be partly responsible for an accident, they may not receive any compensation. Failure to mitigate damages: in most parts of the United States, the plaintiffs are required to try to reduce the amount of financial impact that the accident or injury has had on them. If it is found that the plaintiff did nothing to minimize the financial impact, the damages award may be reduced quite significantly. This may be required if the plaintiff has not sought medical treatment.